country boy that can step off the porch and take a piss or shoot your gun, and now I'm in the city. So I went nuts, and I hooked up with these guys who were riding motorcycles, and I have ridden motorcycles all my life on the farm, dirt bikes and stuff. You know, I'm gonna hang out with these guys. They ride motorcycles, you know. And they ended up having a chop shop. I'm not going to mention who it was or any names or anything like that. But I ended up getting right getting out of high school, I ended up getting a tow truck job for them. And I had allegedly, in this movie once, sold over $2 million in cars with that tow truck. And so my other buddy drove for a highway patrol and did those contracts. And so he says, hey, I heard the buzz. They're going to be raiding your shop over there, your yard, your tow yard. And I go, oh, man, I bought a one-way ticket to Hawaii, and I left, man.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah. And so I end up in Hawaii, and I see this guy dragging across, and I'm like, what's this guy's deal, man? What does he think he is, some kind of fat Jesus over here dragging this cross down Waikiki right in the main drag there?
A guy is walking down the street.
Big guy, big 400-pound guy carrying a cross down the street. And I'm going, what is this guy's ordeal? So I walked up to him, and I go, what's your deal, man? And I tried to push his buttons, get in his craw, and tried to piss him off, tried to, pick a fight with him. Everything I tried to throw at that guy.
Why?
He just, I don't know. I just had a bone to pick, as a rough kid and hanging out with these
How old were
biker
you?
guys. I was at 19,
Okay.
yeah. And so I just kind of tried to pick at him, and he just threw love back at me. And so I sat there and watched him interact with other people as they're spitting on him, cussing at him, calling him names. I'm like, all the guy's doing is dragging across. Why are you guys treating him like this? And I got convicted because I was like, I was doing the same thing. And the guy was just loving everybody, and everybody's picking on him for no reason.
So you went from yelling or screaming at this guy or whatever you were doing
to backing him up, going, leave him alone, man.
in the course of how long?
5-6 hours. I sat there and watched this guy.
You sat there and watched him for 5-6 hours.
I sat there and watched him for 2 days after this.
Okay.
Okay, so this is the first.
And he's just walking down the street every day with the same cross?
He's standing there and preaching the gospel and passing out tracts and walking up and down the street with a cross, and kind of like a street preacher thing.
Okay.
And so I'd never seen anything like that. I'm from the country, man. Like I said, we pee off the porch and shoot off the back porch,
Fair enough.
And so anyways, it broke my heart watching how people treated him after I treated him that way, and that's what kind of got in me a little bit. So he invited me to go hear his testimony, hear his story at a church. And I said, I don't want to go to a church, man. I'm not going to no church. And he goes, come on, man. I'm just going to share my story of how I met the Lord. And I go, well, I'm just not into it. You can tell me right here. You go, come on, man. I go, okay, I'll go. And as I'm walking away, I'm kicking myself going, man, a man's only as good as his word. Why did I tell him I would go? Why did I tell him I'd go? So I'm in this little one-bedroom, or actually a studio apartment in Waikiki. And it was time to go, and he sent somebody to pick me up. His name is Brother Ben, and I didn't even know his name. He called, and he goes, hey, this is Brother Brian there. I go, this is Brother Brian. I'm thinking, what are we, Amish now? Brother this and brother that. He goes, I'm on my way to pick you up, about 20 minutes. I'm looking at the clock. I go to that door handle, and I grab it 3, 4, 5 times. And I finally decided, I'm out of here before he gets here. I grab the handle, I run down the hall, I push the elevator, come on. It didn't open. I run down the end of the hall to the window, open the window, I'm climbing down the fire escape of this building, a metal fire escape. The bottom ladder's not even there. I got to jump the last story. I'm climbing down the ladder. Here comes this little Chinese guy around the side of the building by the fire escape and goes, hey, are you Brother Brian? I'm going, oh, shit. Are you Brother Ben? He goes, yeah, something's wrong with your elevator. And here I am on the fire escape, trying to escape, going to church. So I went that night and heard his story, and I'm going, man, this guy's giving my story. Just like we were talking about the other day. He's telling my story. I said, dude, if there is a God like this, and he'll forgive that guy, then I want him to forgive me too.